what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the NECA RoboCop holster action figure. Now this figure right here, I know they had like a spring-loaded holster action figure too, but this is I think the last version that NECA had released, which is known as the holster action RoboCop figure. And I think it's the same as the one that was actually before this, where they actually give you like the RoboCop with his leg where it opens up. He can put like his gun inside and so on. So yeah, I'm going to get on into this, and I am excited about picking this up. I have always been wanting like a RoboCop figure because I have never had like a RoboCop figure. So I'm kind of excited to actually have found this one. Now of course, this is based on like the RoboCop franchise, and I think the first movie, if I'm not mistaken, which I actually saw in the drive-in theater back in 1987. I actually went and saw it at the drive-in theater because I can remember it was even raining at the time. The first RoboCop movie back in the 80s. Now I actually have like the RoboCop trilogy right here too as well. It's like on Blu-ray. This actually contains like the first 3 movies. And I actually saw all the films. I saw RoboCop 2, RoboCop 3. I saw them in the theaters. I even saw like the remake too, like the remake. I also have like an unrated director's cut of RoboCop 2 as well, the original one. I think this one's like more violent and so on. But yeah, I'm gonna go and get into this now. I'm excited about this, As you can see, this is the box. It contains like the RoboCop figure. It has an image right there. It says RoboCop holster action. I like that image too. That looks nice, And of course, you can see like the figure on the inside and like the accessories that he has. You can see that the gun is already attached to his leg too on the inside. I noticed on the side it says holster action too as well, And of course on the back it gives you like a scripture, and actually it shows you like more about I think like the leg too as well. How you actually operate the leg, it gives you instructions. Now it has the scripture that says power man, power machine, all cop, the future of law enforcement. Then it says holster action instructions, like you open the holster, push up the lever on back of the right leg, closing it, press down on front panel only, and closing the holster 2, side panel automatically retracts, close. So yeah, it gives you instructions how you do that too as well. So I'm going to open something up. And here's the background and concept for a RoboCop. As you can see, it's actually like his chest when you look at it. That's kind of cool. And right down towards like the abdominal area. So I'll probably be using this by some photography pics. Okay, as you can see, there's the NECA RoboCop holster action figure. So I'm gonna measure him. And this like RoboCop is like over 7 inches too. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about this. I haven't wanted to get like a RoboCop figure for so long, so I'm glad I was actually able to find this. Now I guess what I'll do first is talk about the accessories that RoboCop comes with, and I do notice that he seems to stand pretty well, But here's like his I think his data link hand. So I think this is nicely done. So it's like the needle that he sticks into like computers and stuff like that, and access information and so on. Even as a weapon at times, I remember using it on Clarence Boddicker, Spoiler alert. But yeah, this does look pretty good, I do notice that this part can break too if you're not careful. Now what I do is actually attach this hand to a RoboCop's right hand. And of course, it's on his right hand, so I guess you gotta take the right hand off itself. So I'm going to try that. Now this is the hand that was on RoboCop. As you can see, it's like a trigger hand. I like the glossy, like black look to it. It's kind of awesome. Now I did have trouble getting this hand off too. I actually had to use like a hair dryer to get it off. So now what I'm doing is see if I can just pop this on. And as you can see, there's RoboCop, the data link, and yeah, you had to loosen this somewhat to actually get it to go on, But as you can see, it's on there. Now what I want to do is actually talk about the final accessory that comes with RoboCop. and it's actual his weapon too as well, like his actual gun right there. As you can see, it's actually already inside like his leg, you know. So that's what it actually was, you know. And it's hooked in there. So I'm gonna see if I can actually take it on out. And here's a RoboCop gun. I forget what it's actually called too, but this is the actual this gun that he has. This drop the gun, you're under arrest. And it's painted like in a solid like black, you know, color. This is awesome. And as you can see, there's RoboCop the gun in his hand. That's so awesome. I am so happy I picked this up, you know. I've been wanting like a self RoboCop figure for like a while, so it's kind of cool, you know, actually be able to get one. Or move, creep. Now, one of the things I do want to talk about with the this RoboCop figure is the actual like gun itself. You actually could, that's why the figure is called holster action. If you look inside, that's where the gun will actually like go in, of course, you know, because that's what RoboCop did. Keep his gun at like in his leg, and you have to actually like slide in. But I think it like hooks onto something in here too as well. So I'll probably give a demonstration on it too. Cause if you look closely, you can see that thing sticking out in there. And that's where the actual trigger of a RoboCop, like his gun, the trigger, like right there, the hole where the finger will be at, will actually like hook onto that particular piece in there. Now, while I was doing this, the holster action, I just decided to leave it alone because it actually had popped apart, and I was wondering if it was broken or not. But actually, I managed to actually put it back on. So you can see right there, it's kind of like open now, you know. But even the button is still like visible right there because you actually press this button down right here, and like RoboCop leg will actually open up, and that's where it's going to actually be holstered at inside, you know. But I don't know, I probably won't really use that feature too much, you know, in a way. I probably just have him always with his gun in his hand, you know. But I'm just doing that for like safety precautions, you know, because I wasn't too sure it was broke or not, you know. But now what I do is talk about RoboCop's articulation. So as you can see, his arm's gonna bend up. You can turn the hand. Now I do notice the hands seem to be kind of like stiff too, you know. They're kind of like stiff. It's kind of hard to turn them. Cause he does turn like at the wrist part. This is where he would actually turn at, you know. And then his hand turns too as well. You can bend the arm too up as well. It kind of can bend out too. I like how you can see that on the inside too. I think that's kind of cool. And of course, RoboCop head, you know, it can kind of like tilt like that to the side, you know. He doesn't really like look up that much, but you can like look down, you know. But I must admit, the likeness on this is just awesome, you know. Because I do hear that Peter Weller, he doesn't allow his likeness, if I'm not mistaken, or they didn't pay him enough or something like that. So that's why NECA hasn't done one of these, I think, where you can see like Peter Weller's like face or Murphy's face. So yeah. But the likeness, the actual look of RoboCop himself is just awesome. I really like this. This is just superb. It really looks like metal and stuff and so on. It looks like, you know, like metal, you know, like realistic metal. I think that's kind of cool. Now RoboCop, he can't really like, I don't think, bend forward. I know he can bend his leg too as well. He can't bend the leg. And I already heard to be careful about these things right here on his feet. I forget what those are called. I heard those gonna break too. RoboCop also has like the pegs under his feet. Now I do notice those don't really turn that much, you know. You can kind of like bend them like that somewhat, and kind of like downward, you know. They don't let it really turn too much where I want to force it. The leg can go up too as well, so he does like have articulation in his leg. Okay, there's the NECA RoboCop holster action figure. I must admit, this figure is awesome if you can find it, because I know it's like rare now, you know. I won't be surprised they do like ultimate eventually, you know. But yeah, this figure is like, I know it's kind of rare and kind of hard to find. That's why I'm glad I did. You know, I have always been wanting like a RoboCop figure, you know. And like I said, it's actually based on the, I guess the original RoboCop film, because I have like the unrated director's cut right here. And that's how I also have like the original like RoboCop trilogy, you know, the first 3 films. And this right here. Like I said, I saw the original RoboCop at the drive-in. I remember to see that when I was a kid. Yep, back in 1987. I can remember it was like raining because we was sitting in the car watching it in the at the drive-in theater. I saw 2 and 3 in the theaters too, you know, even like the remake, you know. But yeah, this figure is like awesome, you know. Now I did like some trouble with the actual holster action itself. Now that is the name of the figure. Cause just think, RoboCop, the ones that NECA first really created, didn't even have no holster action. It just was like a simple RoboCop figure. But then they made this one where the leg actually opens, you know. So I'm not too sure if mine is really damaged. I believe I fixed it, and because it actually went back in, you could tell that it wasn't really broke. It was just like a piece that was hooked, you know. But yeah, in the end, I would definitely recommend pick this figure up if you can like find it, you know. And it'll be awesome. We can get like an ultimate version of this figure one day too as well, you know. But this is the NECA RoboCop holster action. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 Your move, creep.